Good morning everyone, and welcome to this Monday morning message. Many of you will know that a couple of weeks ago was my birthday, and as one of my presents I received this book of Celtic daily prayer from one of my sons and his family. They know I love Northumberland and they know I love praying, so they put the two together and made a perfect present. I flick through it because when you get a book as thick as that, you need to flick through it. As I flicked through it, I found a page which said, "Small boat, great big sea, communion." What? Small boat, great big sea, communion. So I had a look. This is based, the communion itself service is based on St Brendan, who was an Irish monk, as I discovered. A little bit of introduction in the book itself, so I needed to do what every good person does when they need to find out something. I googled him. And I discovered that he was born round about 484 AD, a long time ago. So he was an Irish monk, as I said, and his mission basically in life was to preach Jesus and establish monasteries, which is what he did. He sailed around the coast of England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland, establishing monasteries and preaching the gospel wherever he landed. There are some people who have the idea that maybe he actually reached America long before other people thought about it, but we don't know that for sure. One thing we do know is that he went on these journeys in a small boat, pre-sat-nav and all those other kinds of things, and so it was a perilous time for him and for people who went with him. But actually he lived to be over 90, so obviously God was with him. So when I looked at the communion service itself, then the thing that struck me was the St Brendan's prayer, which is still in use today. So let's have a look and see what he says. This is St Brendan's prayer. "Lord, I will trust you. Help me to journey beyond the familiar and into the unknown. Give me the faith to leave the old ways and break fresh ground with you. Christ of the mysteries, can I trust you to be stronger than each storm in me? I determine, amidst all uncertainty, always to trust. I choose to live beyond regret and let you recreate my life. I believe you will make a way for me and provide for me if only I will trust you. I will trust in the darkness and know that my times are in your hand. I will believe you for my future, chapter by chapter, until all the story is written." Whew, that stopped me in my tracks. It's in many ways it's a bit like a psalm, isn't it? David, when he was talking to God and writing his psalms, was very honest. He would declare, where are you, God? What are you doing? And that kind of thing. And this is exactly the same. It's saying, are you stronger than each storm in me? So he's being honest with God, and yet at the same time he's declaring his trust. And I think perhaps that's where we need to get to with our prayers. Sometimes we're not actually honest with God. We're a bit scared of being honest with God. But actually, he knows anyway. So sometimes we need to actually say to God, this is where I'm at, this is where I feel, this is what I can't do. Because then we open the door and let God speak to us in a whole new way and transform whatever situation is that we're concerned about. And he must have done that many times as he rowed his little boat across the various parts of the Irish Sea and beyond. So I'd just like to read the blessing which comes at the end of this same communion service, because one of the things it says in the part of the communion service is that Brendan explored a deep and challenging inner journey and discovered a profound truth. No matter how foreign a place or situation was, he was always at home because he had his home in Christ. Again, something worth thinking about. Our home is in Christ. So as you go through this week, and as you pray through this week, and as you walk through whatever journey you have to make this week, I'd like to pray this blessing over you. When you no longer know how to be, May the Father take you on a deeper journey. When you no longer know what to do, may the Spirit reveal to you your fitting task. When all feels lost or foreign, may you know your home is in Christ. God bless you this week, and amen.